In this video, we're going to be looking at the IPL 2021 schedule and the India vs England T20 series. Welcome to Hattrick, I'm Viratkohli, and this is the second episode of CricBites. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the IPL 2021 schedule and the India vs England T20 series. But before getting into the video, if you like the content, consider subscribing. That would be really appreciated. So BCCI just released the IPL 2021 schedule and it's happening next month on April 9th. It feels like we just had an IPL like 2 months ago and now we're having another one already. Like, it's crazy. So when we look at the schedule, it starts off with a blockbuster match between RCB and Mumbai Indians. But a key thing to note here is that there will be no crowds in the initial part of the IPL. But they might change this as time goes on. The schedule format has also changed to a clustered caravan format, which means that there will be 10 games played in 2 venues and then another 10 games played in another 2 venues and then so on. So having this type of format means that other than the 2 teams that have the 2 venues, none of the other teams will have a home advantage, and that is unfair. The good thing about this is that the teams only have to travel 3 times, which reduces the possibility of them getting COVID. This is an important issue because in the PSL, Pakistan Super League, 6 players tested positive for COVID. So the BCCI would not want that to happen. So there you have it. The format is a clustered caravan format. None of the teams will have a home advantage, and there will be no crowds in the initial part of the IPL. So the India vs England T20 series started off with a loss for India a few days ago. India got absolutely thrashed by England, who won by 7 wickets and 30 balls to spare. The pitch report was done by L.S. Ramakrishnan, who said that this will be a batting pitch and there will be a lot of runs scored, but due to India's bad performance, it was a low-scoring game. So England won the toss and chose to bowl first. And India immediately lost KL Rahul, Viratkohli and Shikhar Dhawan for single-digit scores. KL Rahul didn't have good footwork, Virat Kohli didn't time the ball, and Shikhar Dhawan just slogged too hard. I think the pressure just got on their nerves. I mean, KL Rahul and Dhawan hadn't played in a while, and Virat Kohli hasn't gotten his form since the series in Australia. So, after losing all of these wickets, India were struggling at 20 for 3. Shreyas Iyer scored 67 runs, but besides that, no one contributed to the scorecard. So India ended up scoring 124 runs, which England blew out of the window in just 93 balls. But let's think on the bright side. What can India learn from this game? Well, firstly, Indian batsmen need to stay until the end, especially Virat Kohli. They have to adapt to the format as they haven't played white ball cricket in 3 months before this. So, what do I think for the next T20? I think England are just the better side in both batting and bowling. India's top 3 isn't in form and they don't have Bumrah, Shami or Natarajan. It's gonna be a tough series for India to win, but you never know. India lost the first test match and then came back and won all 3, so this might happen. I mean, what do you think? Comment it down below. But that's gonna wrap up this episode of CricBites. It was a bit of a short one, but I'll be back with more news next week. So this has been it from Hattrick. I'm Viratkohli signing off. Peace.